This is Eddie Clone, EC Details, back with another episode. Hey, listen, today I'm going to show you my top 4 go-tos for polishing a one-step. Let me show you what the car looks like. So this car has a whole bunch of water spotting, a whole bunch of swirls. I'm going to show you my top 4 compounds for a one-step. Right here to the left, we have CARTEC Final Cut 9000. And if you look at the bottle, it does offer you other ones. I own all of them. We have Drive Auto Appearance Infinite Gloss Hybrid Compound, Ownerspride Compound. This needs no intro, baby. DIY Gold Standard. I'm on my second bottle. Now what we're going to use for pads to keep it even is I'm going to use the waffle pad for Gold Standard. I'm going to use new Ownerspride pads for the rest of these. This is clean. This is a maroon buff and shine pad. And we're going to walk you through the car over here. Here's what we got. So I have my paint correction lights on. We have swirls. We have water spotting. And I did use water spot remover when I washed it. And this is a black Ford paint. I wish I could show you what the numbers were, but on my cell phone I use NGXT, which I can't use it while I'm recording, but check this out. Water spotting, swirls, all that. So I'm going to show you how I approach one step, and we'll go through each one. So I intend to use one pad, one cut, one pad, one cut, one pad, one cut, and we'll give you the before and afters live. Now, when you're using these, these two I know are pad dependent. Haven't tried it on this one. This right here smells like cinnamon. This right here smells like bananas, like I just jumped out of a like Mr. Frosty, grabbing myself a banana, you know, ice cream situation. This one's that cinnamon. It reminds me like the cinnamon bears. These two smell like compound, so GG. Look, guys, so you're probably wondering, Eddie, what are you going to be using to cut the paint? So we're going to use our Rupes. Shout out to my sponsor. You know who you are. 21 millimeter 6-inch throw. Did you change the grease? Sorry, Ivan, I didn't. Why didn't you change the grease? Because Ivan left and I don't have the freaking tools for it, okay? No, I'm joking. The reason I didn't change it is because I don't have the tools for it. No, I'm joking. We're gonna use our Klein towel to wipe this off. I do want to show you the panel again where we're up close and personal to see what we're working with. Like I said, some of it's real gnarly. The paint is water spotted on the whole left side, so I'm assuming that he parks outside, has a sprinkler system. But the right-hand side is as bad swirl-wise, but it's not as bad as water spot-wise. We're gonna go through the cut. We're gonna go through how many passes takes each one to get where I want to, and we're just gonna put these compounds to the test. Like I said, these are my number 4 for one step. I do have other ones. Soul, Oberk Soul, it's honorable mention. Wiring's in the test, I used it all. So it should probably be part of this test. I need to buy some, but that stuff is legendary as well. So let's go at the paint. I'll show you what we got. So we're gonna get started with this section here. Always shake your compound up, boys. Right? When you shake that up, you just wanna make sure, you know, none of that stuff's coming out weird. You're like, Eddie, how much are you using? You know, I'm gonna dabble. This is why it's kind of inconsistent, right? That's a P in real life. This is the P that's been genetically modified. And these two, I don't know what they are, but I never spread because I'm that guy. Spread that real quick. 3.5. I'm not putting in that much pressure. And the goal is to work until the compound is out and then you wipe. So, oh my God, bro, look, that's what we got. You see that? You saw it, right? That is what we have. So compare that to that. that did a wonderful job. So it took away the water spotting. You can see the clarity in the paint. It's got some minor things that I might have to clean up, but for a one step, this is amazing for a one step. Now, the pad did get a little hot, a little warm, so if you're gonna do this, always make sure to prep your pad. You're like, Eddie, what do you mean? I'm like, look, pull the Ivan LaCroix, get your pad bucket washer, go in and just make sure your pad's cleaned up. Now we're gonna go over the next section. The next section here, we'll walk through what that compound is. First results, that was pretty good. Took about 3 passes, not a lot of pressure. I do love the CARTEC stuff. It does an amazing job as a one step, I'm not gonna cap. But with that said, like if you wanna do a deep cut, you're gonna have to go up in compounds. It's not like a pad dependent situation. So I use foam with it because, you know, what else am I gonna do? So the next one is our Infinite Gloss from Drive. This one is a hybrid compound. It has all the new, you know, ceramic situations in it. We're gonna dab it on the paint. This is based on cam. It can be pad dependent. Let me show you how much we're gonna use on the thing. Like I said, pea size drops are super inconsistent. This is a fresh pad, so we'll see. Let's look at the panel. I'm gonna grab my rag here. It's real easy to remove. Now, what you're seeing here, and this is important to see, is right here. Look at these 2 sections so far, right? Like you can't see it in camera, but the left side has a tiny bit more haze. This one finished down a tiny bit better. But if you look at the cutting power was pretty awesome on both. But the finish on that, when you look at the light, so if you see the light moving to the left, right on top by the edge, there's a little more haze on the left side. That one is a little more clear. So I would probably use this compound, go down a pad. But so far, this is what I'm seeing here. So let me get the cord over because I'm an idiot. So we're looking at this piece right here. And we'll bring that out so you can see a little more. I'm gonna spread it. 3.5. What I'm noticing is the work time on Ownerspride is a lot more than the other 2. So to be fair, I'm going to stop the test right there because I could have probably worked that a lot longer. So you see how oily that is, right? Not oily because it comes off real good. It just has a lot more work time. So we'll keep the passes even. And holy, now look. Now when we're looking at gloss, right? And this is why I love this compound. Do you see how dark and rich that paint is? Look at that. Look at the refinish. And then if we go down here, look at the hybrid compound right there. You see that, the clarity in that, and then the way good clarity in that. So far, OP took out all the water spots, took out the other pieces right here. Refinish CARTEC did it. Now we're gonna do DIY right here. We're gonna do DIY right here, and then we'll put that to the test. All right, my thoughts thus far. Ownerspride, CARTEC have a deeper rich to the paint. deeper richness to the paint. It has a little more clarity in the paint. What I saw between that and drive is that drive seems a little more aggressive. So like I said, if I change the pad, I'll probably get I know I'll get the same kind of result. But using the same pads across all the lines, except for DIY, because they have their own pad. What I've also noticed is that Ownerspride has more work time. So car finish, after 2 or 3 passes, it cuts through. Done, bro, you're done. And you get amazing results. Ownerspride had a little more if you needed to get in there and you felt like you weren't getting what you wanted, you could have worked a little longer. I don't know if that's good or bad. They both came off, they both wipe off was good. Drive Auto's wipe off was good, but the cutting of it was so fast. So right now, it's Ownerspride and refinish is probably what I would pick for the car as of right now, with the results I'm seeing. I see a lot of clarity in the Ownerspride one, like a lot of clarity, and in refinish, I see a lot of clarity. How are you gauging clarity? I have my lights on, my paint correction lights on, and you can just tell by the hazing on the light. So when you go through the black paint, you'll see some of the haze. No haze on these two, haze on drive. So let's get to this panel. We're gonna do DIY, doesn't need an introduction, Big Daddy here. We gotta spin it to win it. I'll show you what I mean. So this is Ownerspride. See all those clarity in the paint, the flakes. We're now gonna go to our current situation, water spot heaven. We're gonna do DIY. You know you gotta spin it to win it. So you spin it, you do a spray like a man, that's all you need. You just need one spray. It passes. You're like, Eddie, I don't know how that works. I don't either. I didn't create the science, but it works, baby. And we're gonna go right here, and I don't even have to spread it. You gotta be careful. You gotta be careful with this too, because you can work it until your mom comes home for dinner. Look at that. I could keep going. There's still plenty on the paint. I'm gonna stop for the sake of this test. The banana smell is banging. And the results, yeah. What do you think? What do you think? What do you think about those results? You're like, Eddie, there's still water spotting. What? Right here, you see that still water spotting? Still a water spots mark here. Maybe I didn't work that fast enough. I mean, good enough. So if you see the water spotting here, let me make sure you're backed up. So you'll see some of the water spots mark on here. Now, the thing is, I could say it was my fault because I didn't work that corner enough. There's still water spots on here. There's still water spots marked on there. This one we seem to clear it up on the first cut. That one I could have worked too fast. Now I'm gonna make the test a little fair. I'm gonna get I'm actually going to get a maroon pad, and we'll test it with the maroon pad here. For the sake of this test. Now, why are you gonna test with the maroon pad? Well, I feel like I'm not giving DIY the same fight because the maroon pad seems a little stiffer. So let me grab a maroon pad, we'll be back and we'll cut this side. So we're gonna take the maroon pad, we're gonna take DIY, and we're gonna cut that section. You're like, Eddie, why? I didn't feel like the pad was as stiff as the maroon pad. So we're gonna spin it to win it. Yep, got it on the thing because I'm not a man. go one more pass up. All right, so we went with the maroon pad. We went one pass up. I'm gonna wipe this off, and then we're gonna check the clarity. So yeah, so this did a way better job getting the water spotting out. So yeah, I knew it was the pad because you can see the clarity in the paint, right? So now the clarity is as good as Ownerspride. It's as good as CARTEC refinish. But let's look at the paint itself to see which one we like. So DIY did a good job. This was DIY with the waffle pad. We're missing, see there was water spots on here? This one, Ownerspride. Car Pro refinish. And this one's a little hazy from Drive. So if I'm looking at these right now, I'm gonna go probably this one or DIY. Now the question you're gonna have to ask yourself is, which one did a better job? So the clarity on this is insane. The clarity on that is insane. The clarity here. So let's give me my final thoughts, huh? All right, guys, so I walked through how I tackle paint correction. Now, I don't do this in real life. I usually go to my go-to 3. I'll test a small spot with CARTEC, Ownerspride, DIY, and then Drive. I usually use it for harder paint. This is soft black paint, in my opinion. Ford paint sucks just like GMC. Nonetheless, the top 3 compounds and the reason why I would go this route. And then let's talk price, right? So 40 bucks, you get this on Ownerspride's website. At Ecowashtheworld, get you 10% off. This is phenomenal. You're like, Eddie, he with Ownerspride again. I just showed you on the paint, right? I didn't make that up. I didn't hand to God this, it happened. So this cut's amazing. It gives you a nice cinnamon smell. It's got nice finishing, easy to wipe off, long work time, and it's pad dependent. So pad dependent, meaning use whatever pad you want and it's safe on trim. Safe on trim, all right. So CARTEC is one of those hidden gems that you see online, you can't get it. Well, now you get it. partscarker.net, EC10 gets you 10% off. This is 55 bucks, I think, $60. It's pretty pricey, but the finish speaks for itself. I've used this on several cars. I like the quick cut, I like the finish. It's not safe on trim. How do you know? Okay, yeah, just being, just being honest. My guy is not safe on trim. Now, the next one that you need no introduction for, remember, the waffle pad is not the waffle pad's fault. The maroon pad is a little stiffer, bigger, and it does, in my opinion, it cuts a little more than the waffle pad. If I would have worked that area longer, the waffle pad would have been just fine, and I want you to know that. I try to keep the test even, do the same passes, same speed. But in real life, I could do the whole car with the waffle pad, just go slower, a little work, and it would have done the same thing. I'm just being honest, but I wanted to give it a fair shot. DIY details, you guys know, this stuff is amazing. Like I said, this is I'm on my last, I think they're about to have one more. It gets used. It's spray and pray, baby. You spray it on, let it ride. So I love that. Those 3 are my favorite. Now, Eddie, which one are you picking for the car today? I might pick Ownerspride for the hood because I do have to use like a wool pad. The hood's pretty bad. And the rest I'll use refinish. Why aren't you using DIY? Because I've been watching. I'll probably use, I know, you can't go wrong with any. So I'm gonna use this for sure. And I'm gonna use this. So I'll probably mix it. I'll do one, like the whole side of it. This I'll use for the hood. I'll wet sand it, bust this out, get the hood going, looking proper. With that, I hope you enjoyed this kind of video. I've wanted to show you guys my one-step compounds. You can't go wrong with any. These are monsters. These are monsters. These are monsters. Cam, yours made the cut. It just cuts too much. You know what I'm saying? That's like, it's not its fault. You know, it just cuts a lot. DIY detail, link in the bio. Drive auto appearance, infinite gloss, way better than the 3D1. Cuts like it says it cuts. It cuts real good. Ownerspride, link in the bio. Amazing stuff. And CARTEC, amazing stuff. These are the ones I'll be using on the car today. Thank you for watching. Road to 2000, huge giveaway. Some of these compounds are gonna make that giveaway, right? We intend to give a Rupes polisher away, a 3-inch polisher away. If you're a flex guy, we'll get you a flex. And then it's just gonna be like a whole paint correction kit for a one person giveaway. You guys have a great weekend. Be safe. Hug your loved ones. Peace.